Good job,
Hey,
Zach.
fuckers, we're recording.
You want a broken clock?
I'm not happy anymore. I'm actually scared.
Frankly, I'm not either.
Like, when it comes to over here next to me?
No, I think I need to be here to prevent Dave doing whatever the fuck it is he's going to do. Listen, I can only protect you while you're in this basement, but you can't stay here. So...
I have to go to work tomorrow with this fucker.
You don't have to go. God.
I'm going to come into work tomorrow. It's just going to be you singing that very quietly.
He's got a cheap bottle of rosé in one hand.
And a baseball bat in the other.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 140 of the Camcast.
Yay!
Yeah, there we go. This podcast, as many others, brought to you by Steady Broke Clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Steady.broke on all social media, steadybroke.com.
They got all kinds of good stuff.
Yep.
They got some of the back-to-school stuff. You're working the original Broke AF t-shirt.
Yep, it's my Monday shirt.
It's good stuff.
Indeed.
It's real good stuff.
We got Depresso Fridays going on, where you Depresso tea with me. You know, tag us, tag Steady Broke, hashtag Depresso Fridays.
I think you need to make it Depresso Mondays. I was going to say, because Fridays are usually a good thing for people. They're excited to get out and
except when you get that
explore the world.
Except when you get that sweet $600 paycheck after working 2 weeks.
Yeah, that would
Ouch.
be Depresso.
Yeah, so that's why I'm doing Depresso Fridays.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, use coupon code CAMAUTO15 at checkout.
Gets 15% off the entire order.
SteadyBroke.com.
Steady.broke on all the social medias.
There we go.
And if you aren't broke after hitting up Stay Broke, go ahead and head on over to CamAutoSwag.com.
Yep.
Mm, we got all kinds of good stuff.
Yes.
We've got socks.
Well,
Maybe.
we have to work out some logistics on that
Okay,
first.
well, we might have socks.
But we do have beanies, both pom-pom and none.
I
Yes.
am loving this two-tone, this gray and black beanie.
Yep.
Is this available on the store?
This is
It
available
This
right
is
now.
available right now.
Yeah,
this
we've-
is amazing.
Mike
it is
placed
super
that
comfortable.
order on the website
Yep.
That is beautiful.
using his own special founding coupon code that none of you have.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Probably wouldn't have
That
used it
basically
anyway.
takes all the profit out.
Nice.
So,
Yep.
It's for Mike.
pretty much.
I love it.
But yeah, no, we've got we've got beanies, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, both with our faces on them and without our faces on them.
Yeah.
We got one with a fucking Chevrolet Chevette on there.
Yes.
Yep.
And hopefully we can figure one out with a Fiero.
We're working on it.
Speaking of which, should we be replacing Gavin's face on Mount Canmore with Zach's face?
No, you know what? We're going to keep Gavin on there. It's a
Okay.
legacy thing.
All right.
We've
Do I
got
get my face on anything in the future?
in the future.
Maybe
All right?
another milk carton.
Damn. That's CamAutoSwag.com. Thank you for finding us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever it is you're finding us.
Exactly.
Rate, review, subscribe, share us with your friends. 5 stars preferred. But,
Anything less, we're going to call you a hater.
Yeah, we'll take it, but we're going to talk a lot of shit to you.
I mean, you're not paying for this.
Yeah, but you can if you want to.
Yeah, that's right. We have a Patreon.
Yep, patreon.com/camautomag.
Yeah, you can do $1 all the way up to $50.
Yep.
And if you really want to do the $610,000 a month thing,
Yeah, I mean,
Hit us up.
I'm not going to stop you. Jesus
No.
Christ, if you have
No.
that kind of disposable income, holy hell.
we
Just
need,
let
we
us
need
know.
to talk to you.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I will quit my full-time job.
God damn. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's introduce ourselves, something I forgot to do last week.
That's okay. Everybody knows who the hell we are.
Sort of, but just in case you're joining the program, I am Mike, dear leader, Doc Taste, leader of men, herder of cats.
Indeed, you are.
Yes, I am. And I am joined, as always, to my right, by your mine, our Uncle Radical, professor of the ghetto arts, Daddy Rads himself. Indeed.
Good
Always
evening.
down for a chuckle.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. Good
Yes.
evening, everybody.
Yep. Sitting down there at the table, looking just stylish for no real reason other than he fucking can. What? You've got your fucking vintage Nintendo controller, hat, your leather jacket.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. Excellent work, Dave. God. It is, down at the end of the table, it is Trent from Sandy, the Shadowy Billionaire, co-founder of this here very website, Trent Bray.
Ahoy, hoy.
Indeed.
I hate you, Dave.
God, I
by the
really
way.
want to steal that.
Sitting
Last
behind...
week,
You're stretching it
I
out.
hate you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Stole
Yeah, you
my
can't...
ahoy, hoy.
Please don't stretch out my hat.
Yeah.
Anyway, sitting quietly behind the board with all the knobs and sliders and things, it is the one, the only Zach the Board Op, Zach Lords.
Present.
Attaboy.
He is the new
Wait.
excitable child.
Yes.
Wait.
E.
I'm getting to you.
No.
What?
Why don't you call them the Lords of the Boards?
Shit.
Oh,
Like,
Lord,
Lord of the Board.
hold on.
I'm
We're
totally
we're
down with
changing some things real quick.
We got an emergency here.
The man
Mr.
who
Nick?
gave us that just amazing.
I'm sorry,
thing.
I do this stuff like all day. I don't have anything else to do at work.
It's okay. It's Nick Stuckey.
And he's not going to say anything. I love it.
Welcome, Stuckey.
Yeah, sorry.
Welcome
It's-
back.
I just,
Done and
That's
done.
a lot of hard work. You got to take a drink.
yeah.
Doy Leader set the nickname for Zach Lords to Lords of the Boards.
Yep.
There we go.
Thank you, Nick, for that. I actually,
Yes.
out of the nicknames I've had
I mean,
over the years, this
like,
is-
I'm surprised nothing came up. That didn't happen.
No,
already.
it didn't. It was right there.
The problem is he kept trying to make his own nickname, and I kept telling him that's not how it works.
No,
you
you
get
don't
to
do
pick
that.
your own
Yeah,
nickname.
that's not okay.
I thought I was Tall Kid, but apparently that does
That's
not
your
apply.
work nickname from Dave. That
Congratulations.
is not your Camcast one.
Lord of the Board. It's happened.
Yep.
Lords of the Boards.
Yep. You're done. So,
It is now official. So thank you, Stuckey, for that.
Yeah, no worries. That's what I'm here for.
yep.
All we could be was angry with him. So now we can think of
We could be
nicknames.
angry and call him a name.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Wonderful.
One that does not include 4 letters.
Disappointment knows so many levels.
Yep.
I'm excited for when I mess something up and you guys scream that angrily at me.
It's gonna be weird. It's
Lords of
definitely
the Boards.
gonna be weird.
So last week was our 138th episode, spectacular, and by handing over the reins to you folk, you managed
Yeah,
to
you
screw
people.
things up.
You people.
It was a good episode, don't get me wrong, but like none of the mailbag was reached into, and
No, it was
there,
not.
There
You
was
got
some,
double mailbag this
There
week.
was some reaching in that needed to happen.
Okay.
Deep reaching.
All right.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, let's go ahead and clear the
So,
inbox.
I'm sorry. We were drinking bourbon and eating wings. It was
Yes.
It was not time to
Yeah.
read the mailbag.
I'm watching Smokey and the Bandit.
jealous,
Damn
jealous
right.
of the wings. Brandon Kuhn responded to the Track Daily Crush of
Ooh.
the
the sport trucks.
sport trucks. Yes, there
Yeah,
we go.
the full-size
yeah.
sport trucks. I need to asterisk that for Devin Creasy.
Yes.
Because he kept trying to shoehorn the Toyota X-Runner in there. And guess what?
Oh.
Not a full-size truck!
Yeah.
Anywho, sorry, I'm a little heated
that
about
was
that.
a little overstated since I saw that whole thread.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Silverado is the obvious candidate to become Razor Blades. I've already daily driven most of a Lightning and currently daily an F-150, so I'd happily go back to that. And as much as it pains my soul, I'd track the SRT-10 with a single cab
You
and
know
a row
damn
your
well
own.
you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you lie to me, B.
Yeah.
And then formerly Evil Trent, shout out to him for contributing on our Patreon and scoring himself a 1-of-1 cam hat.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you could have been first, but no, he beat you to it.
Yes, he did.
It's okay.
So
We'll let
he-
it happen.
He said, while enjoying this week's Thursday episode that was apparently fueled by a severe lack of Ritalin or an overabundance of cocaine, I noticed that each and every one of you answered the question wrong. There were only 2 ways to answer this Track Daily Crush. Option 1, track the SRT-10, and you did get the reasons right, so he didn't have any criticism for that.
Okay.
Daily, the Silverado SS, because
You're an
it's
idiot.
No, because it's a.
Hold on. Let
Why?
me
Because
get-
it's just a
let me
fucking
get-
1500 Silverado with a front bumper?
Let's let him get to his reasons before you destroy them.
I don't want to.
It's the nicest place to be every day and the best truck rated to get your track truck to the track.
But it's not, though. The SS
7,800 pounds.
doesn't tow.
7,800 pounds, he says.
I mean,
And the Dodge weighs 5,200 pounds.
Hold,
so it
hold,
will...
hold on. They have a 7,200-pound tow rating on something that has a 4L60 and an all-wheel drive T-case?
Yeah, I
Even the
don't know.
Trailblazer doesn't have a... It doesn't come with a tow package for that reason.
Yeah, I don't... Just take it up with him.
Wow.
And then he
I have a
also
feeling
says,
he's skewing the numbers on just like an LT or an LT Silverado.
yeah.
He did say it will actually run every day as well.
What?
The Silverado.
I mean, it'll start and make pretty noises, but when you can't spin the input shaft because the transmission's shattered...
Well, the only things I've had problems with on my GMC products has been electronics, and then also the whole lifter.
Yeah,
The
that
whole
whole
lifter
fiasco.
thing on the displacement on demand ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, he would crush the F-150 Lightning because no one needs the pile of steaming crap that is a modular V8, and who even used a 4-speed auto in the early 2000s.
Toyota?
The quad cab SRT10.
Yeah, and that was up till what, 08 or
Yes.
something like that? Yeah.
Yes.
But he did have a follow-up option to this. He would crush the Silverado SS
The only logical
because
choice.
because of his track option. He'd daily the SRT10 4-door.
With the 4-speed auto, because that's how they came.
Yeah. And the only reason he'd do this is because of his track option. And the track option was a Lightning if he took the motor out of the SS and put a T56 behind it.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for LS swapping the Lightning, but that seems like a ridiculous way to go about it.
That
Yeah.
seems like a step in the wrong direction.
It really is. It's just a shitty 6-liter.
Yeah,
So,
like it's.
He follows this up with, while I respect each of you greatly, I felt the need to set you all straight on the correct answer. Hugs and kisses, TNT.
Well, that's one of the many things that he's wrong about that we're going to get to in this episode.
Hugs and kisses,
So,
Trent.
love you, buddy.
I do too.
I look forward to our
I mean,
I look forward to our Tuesday and Thursday chats.
Yes.
you are very much entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yes.
But it is wrong, and we will tell you so. God. But the whole thing that I was looking forward to on the 138th episode spectacular that we teased out that never actually happened. So we're bringing it back all the way from October 10th is when he sent this email. Dylan Brown has a Track Daily Crush option for us
Oh, okay. I want to hear it.
that is very specific.
Okay.
Ford Pinto Geo Metro 1980 Chevrolet Chevette. But wait, there's more.
Oh, boy.
All of them are modded with Raceland coilovers bottomed out, straight pipe fender exit exhaust, Duralast GT brake pads, K&N air filter, and Dragon Ball Z shift knobs.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Why not a Spectre air filter? The K&N is grossly out of place here.
Yeah.
Grossly out of
APC?
place.
APC?
Just why does it have a brand? Just
Yeah.
wholesale
Yeah.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
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 It's just Chinkle-fab. It's just
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what were those again? We have
Yeah,
a
that's what I was
Geo Metro, we have the Chevette,
And a Pinto.
and a Pinto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pinto was Wayne's World? Or am I thinking...
No, you're thinking Pacer.
Yeah, you're right.
The Ford Pinto versus the AMC Pacer.
Oh, I know the Pinto, yeah.
Pinto's
Yeah.
the blowy uppy
The other one.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
they,
the
I
other
think
blowy
they
uppy one.
both-
Lots of cars in
yeah,
that
they both
area.
blew up.
That era
They all blew
blew
up.
up.
Yeah.
They all blewy uppy.
Yeah. they make the boom.
Yep.
They go boom boom.
We like the cars that go boom.
We're 5.
You're welcome.
Dad bought the Pinto, and now I go boom boom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Okay.
Anybody want to take this one?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna. Yeah.
I'm going to track the Pinto because it go boom. The Geo will just be a daily, but then what was the other guy? The Chevette that
Yeah.
can just go in the trash for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Really?
say, Stucky just pulled out words out of my mouth right there.
Yeah, that's
Pinto go boom, and we need that.
there we go. I think we're all on the same page.
But I can't wait just to grasp that Dragon Ball Z shift knob. I'm gonna be rowing gears up and down the street.
As you go to throw it into
Oh, man.
third, it just comes off in your hand.
Third is in fucking backseat.
But
There's
you
no-
get all that AMC or whatever support with the other guy, the Pinto.
The Pinto's a Ford.
Yeah, but no, aren't they
No.
related? in
No.
it? No,
No,
fuck
not
it.
at
Never
all.
mind then. I thought it looked like the one guy.
They look.
You're thinking,
They
You're
look
like,
like
you're
the
conflating-
Gremlin kind of.
yeah, like you're
Yeah,
thinking,
that's right. That was theirs. Never
Yeah.
mind.
yeah, you're thinking the
okay.
Pacer
yeah.
Gremlin.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
I thought they were related, but
No.
they aren't. I mean, they're related via segment.
No, I thought like chassis, and then
Yeah,
they were
no.
just like, "This is ours, and this is
Nope.
yours."
No.
Okay.
Nope.
never mind.
Nope.
They were completely bespoke.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The more you
Let's
know.
not
Indeed.
throw that word around with these things.
I want to
Bespoke.
Yeah. That's
bespoke Pinto. Well, I mean, obviously, if they're going to have no-name air filters and Racelands and Dragon Ball shift knobs, they are very bespoke.
And fender sighting.
Group B Pinto.
yes.
Wow.
The rare Group C Metro
Oh my god.
out there getting up to a blistering 74 on the old Mulsanne.
Okay, I'm going to daily the Metro, but only if I can rebadge it as a Pontiac Firefly.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean that's the Canadian version. So, and then I'm going to track the 1980 Chevy Chevette because it is rear-wheel drive.
I wouldn't even
And I want to crush the Pinto because it go boom.
That's true. That's also a good reason. You just see that crusher and just
Damn.
Oh man.
hydraulic press channel. Pinto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Needs to happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pinto is obviously. There's the new T-shirt, Pinto Go Boom. It's just the outline of a Pinto.
Just
Can I be driving it at least?
Do you want to? I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
there
put
we
you in
go.
The crusher with it.
yeah, perfect. All right.
Oh man.
God damn.
Is nobody else going to tackle that?
I mean, those
No, I think those are
you can
really...
daily it and what? Pinto go boom.
Pinto
Hey.
Go Boom.
I'll daily
maybe it gets you the boom.
Yeah.
God.
Nobody's getting boom boom in a Pinto.
Okay. You're not... No, it'll get you boom boom, but not the kind of boom boom you want.
Yeah, no.
That
It's
is...
the boom boom you got to pay for.
Oh, and it's the kind of boom boom you instantly regret.
Yeah.
Just the one
More
you...
so than buying the Pinto to start with.
It's just that kind of shame that never comes off no matter how hard you scrub or how hot the water is.
It's like how guilty you feel holding the title and the ticket at the DMV to get plates on this thing.
Wait,
They're not
wait,
even antique plates.
wait,
It's
you
going to be
paid?
like this support your local sheriff
Yeah.
plate.
Wait, you paid money for this thing?
But,
I think you overpaid for this.
They're like, we're going to charge you the gift tax because we know you didn't pay for this.
As you quickly throw the bill of sale into the nearest garbage can.
Go boom, boom.
Yeah, but you could have the vanity plate go boom.
And it would fit.
It would.
Yep.
Go boom.
Go boom.
I can't tell if that's like a multi-level
Can
marketing
we get
company.
a
or...
$500 Pinto at least? We could get a $500
I don't know.
I don't know if you could
Chevette.
find them
I
for
don't-
$500.
I'm going to look
Like,
it up real quick.
Those cars are so crappy that people actually love them.
I'm going to put
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up KSL real quick.
It's like
and see if I can
the
find it.
whole Radwood thing where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, this is not worth anything, but now it is.
I remember riding in the back of this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's, I don't know, something.
My friend had one in high school.
Yeah. So I'm going to do
Another
something different.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to track the Chevette because I hate life. And
Attaboy.
All
then
right.
I'm going to crush the Metro because for whatever reason I've always had a hatred towards them. I've never gotten them. Like I just
They don't like you either.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
it's
it.
all right. So that leaves me with Daly and the Pinto. So
And then go boom.
Yep.
Get dash cams. End up in
Yes.
Russian
Well,
dash cam footage.
if I believe correct, the Pinto exploded because of a rear bumper impact.
yes,
Yes.
rear
Yeah,
end
like the
impact,
gas
yep.
tank and all that junk was back there. And
So
yeah.
you'd want the rear-facing.
Yeah, better footage
Oh,
that way
yeah.
for when it does go boom.
No, you'd want to be in the car that's hit.
No results
Aw.
on KSL.
Damn.
yeah,
Go up
I'm
to
not,
1,000.
Not surprised.
Let's see what we got up to 1,000.
I really don't want to know. I'm afraid.
No, I
I
bet
feel like
there's.
a Pinto is going to be a Craigslist
I bet there's not
special.
one on KSL. You got to go to like,
No, there
California
isn't. Like I
Craigslist.
didn't.
Yeah,
I just typed in Ford Pinto. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
going to be a Craigslist special.
California or
item.
Vegas, but like California, like inland
Yeah.
Empire,
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
LA.
No,
Maybe
like-
unless they're like quirky and they have a pristine one.
Yeah.
Now the thing that makes me want Daly the Pinto throwback. Have you seen?
Oh, Fresno.
Robin Big.
Yeah.
When he had a Pinto that was murdered out.
That was
I
ridiculous.
actually kind of dug it a little bit.
I bet like there's money that there is one in Fresno.
Yeah, there's got to be one. Of,
like that's the Pinto capital of the world.
listen, if you're not finding a Pinto there, you're not finding a Pinto. Period.
Don't worry, I'm working on Search Tempest right now.
Oh, there we go. God in heaven. Well, while Dave's doing that, what?
I can see why you were thinking the AMC Pacer because I was having problems imaging the Pinto in my head, and it does look very AMC.
Yeah, it's got the same vibe going on.
yeah. The weird big
Yeah.
rear window and the
Yeah.
long hood and
Yeah.
just that
big headlight buckets and stuff.
just that goofy ass American compact thing that we were trying to do in the '70s, but
Yeah.
failed miserably at.
Well, the Japanese are doing it really well. So can we.
Nope.
But nope.
Nope.
Our cars exploded. Their cars got good gas mileage.
Or their engines melted. My mom had a Vega with an all aluminum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she said, yeah, I had to pull over one day and then the engine melted.
Oh yeah.
Fun
That's
times.
how we had AAA back in the day.
Hey, Stucky,
Hmm.
not far off, Modesto.
Oh,
I
that
found
is
one.
basically
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's just north of Fresno.
Yeah.
but
Really?
it's $3,000.
Yeah,
Is it
like
clean?
they're not cheap anymore. They were so bad.
Ugh.
Like Edsels, nobody really liked Edsels.
No, and then
You say that, but I have been to a place in North Dakota owned by the guy who's known as the Edsel King.
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
there is like 100 acres of just Edsels.
So one guy likes Edsels.
yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
There's actually 3 Pintos in Modesto for sale right now.
That's the Pinto capital
Nice,
of the world.
nice.
Well, I was close with Fresno.
There's a 71 Ford Pinto sedan, which
Whoa.
just basically means it's not a hatchback. It's still a
Yeah.
two-door. In central Iowa for $650.
I could see Iowa.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Any place,
$650?
any place where there's
Yeah.
still like an active
Send me a link.
3/8 mile dirt track.
Yeah.
You know, there you go. All right. Well, while Trent is occupied with that, so this kind of popped up in Drift Utah after the bonus round, and that was the discussion of drift etiquette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that to like
No.
call people out. It
No.
was just a thing.
Yeah, it was just a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
Well-
needed to be said.
Kinda, yeah. So, like, to give you background on this, basically, like, we were hopping in tandem lines.
Yeah.
I'd go with what I expected would be, like, the 1 or 2 cars in front of me, and then it'd be, like, halfway on the track, kind of whatever, and you see, like, a flash of another car or two in your rearview mirror, and you're like, huh.
I thought it
Like,
was just us
suddenly-
three.
Yeah, like, suddenly I'm not that comfortable because I don't know who the hell's back there.
Yeah.
And that, like, I guess the yellow car, the caged car that I just trailered the track, like, that's not a big deal.
No.
But when it's a car that you're daily driving, it
Yeah.
kind of becomes
yeah, you were out there in
concerning.
the IS. So,
yeah, yeah. So it's one of those things where I like to just drive with people I really trust with. But
Yeah.
yeah, when that stuff starts happening, it gets a little bit tricky.
Yeah. You know, and then you'd have people, well, you know, like 3 or 4 people go out and they'd try in tandem, but, you know, cars 1
Yeah.
and 3 spin.
Yeah, that
And
too.
then it gets real dicey.
Yeah. Especially, we'll be in the tandem line and stuff, and, like, we'll have 2 or 3 guys, but then there's one person in the very front that's meh,
Yeah.
and they spin and they ruin the whole line, and it's like, well, I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
Get out of this lap.
Yeah.
But
So,
that's not the only etiquette. I mean, there's a lot of little things that we run into. Other tracks where it's hot lapping and stuff, we'll have people that always just want to follow. Like, that's where they're comfortable or whatever. Or Pro-Am, it's a big deal, too. Pro-Am, they
Yeah.
have started to actually, like, police it and stuff because everybody will get in the follow line,
but no.
and the lead line will be like 3 cars.
Yeah.
So the follow line's like half an hour wait. Lead line is, whatever, 3 cars, nothing. So that's one of those things where it's like, just trade off. If you're going to follow somebody, you got to lead them too.
Yeah.
And if you blow tires, whatever, big deal. But just owe that later, or just deal with it later, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well, and especially, like, if you're doing Pro-Am, it's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to lead at some point.
Oh, I can complain about Pro-Am forever. Those people hate driving
I
for
think-
fun.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you get to a certain level with kind of this like low level competition stuff where it's just like, when did you hate fun?
Yeah,
You know?
pretty much.
And it's just real weird.
Yeah.
But well, that got me thinking, along with some of the replies in your little thread about drift etiquette, like what can be done to kind of improve
Yeah,
it.
and then I don't know. Really, it's just communication.
Yeah.
Drivers' meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is just people hopped in line with us, like right behind us,
Yeah.
and they would just go. And it's like, I don't put blame on the starter because that starter guy.
The starter can't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like especially if you're like 4 or 5 cars deep and you're starting or you're trying to stop that 4th car.
You're doing like 30 miles an
Yeah,
hour past the guy. At
you're
the
not
start
gonna be
grid.
able to stop
You're
that
not.
guy. Yeah.
No.
No.
It's a suicide mission to try and like get in front of him. and
Yeah,
let him
plus
down.
Don't be the hero.
Yeah, I don't expect him to know.
No.
It's really just like if 3 cars are holding 3 fingers out their window,
Yeah.
assume that those 3 are driving with each other and don't
Right.
butt in.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, I drove my first tandem at that event, at the last event in Hadlock's car. It was supposed to be just me and Derek Lopez.
Yeah.
And killer run. It was awesome. I was hooked, stoked, right? And rolling through the exit barrels, right? I'm looking around, and there's 2 more BMWs behind me.
Yeah.
That just finished. It's like, and
What?
those 2 guys aren't really that great
Yeah.
either. So it was kind of worrisome after the fact because I
Yeah.
wasn't even in my
Yeah.
car. I was
Yeah,
in
it
a
was
car
a borrowed
that
car
I
that's really
yeah.
nice.
I can't replace.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's really stressful. I think if I knew they were back there to start with, I either probably wouldn't have gone or I would have like fucked up like right
Yeah.
out the gate.
Yeah.
It's one of those, I don't know.
I get it.
What did Hadlock call it? It was a tandem rape. That's what. It
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to not do that.
Yeah. No, we need to not do that.
It's respect for the rest of for the other drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
happens out of state too. But again, I don't really care about the yellow car that much. It's like I'm used to getting beat on, and like it's to a point where it gets bumped enough. Yeah, it's not really a huge deal.
Yeah. See, but
the
I know
IS, yeah, it is.
not everybody's going to have those same feelings.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
true. Yeah.
Especially like somebody who comes out and then
Yeah.
gets wrecked by somebody that's not supposed to be there, and then it's like they're out the rest of the season. They can't afford to fix the car or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing too, is like certain people were like, "Oh, I don't care, I'll run with anybody." But then you look at their cars, and it's like, "Well, yeah, you will."
Yeah. Like you're.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So it's like, really, I kind of do have standards. Sorry, but
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Well, and it's one of those like they're kind of, to me, coming from kind of a more organized, more traditional like motorsports thing. It's like there's very clear delineation. It's just like you don't get to play with others until we can say you can play with others. You don't get
Yeah.
to play with these people who came to do something.
But
at
the same time, I hate the systems like that because a lot of the times they're bullshit.
well, I mean, you
But-
get some assholes who just get through because
Yeah.
they can bullshit their way.
Exactly, yeah.
But a lot of the times, I mean, you get good drivers who know what they're doing coming through.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really more like you get, good people who are, you're not afraid to be with on track, compared to, some rich asshole who has just barged his way through
Yeah.
because that's just how rich people seem to operate. Has been.
He got approved in a Civic, and then he comes out in his Viper or whatever.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, no, there is. I was talking to somebody, and they're just like, yeah, this guy did his whole, all of his HPDE and like a Cayman, which is a car that is super forgiving,
Yeah.
and then he got himself a a GT3,
Yep.
which you can't drive like a Cayman.
Yeah.
And when this dude would panic, he would start driving it like a Cayman, and it's like, no. So
And that's how you go boom.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
God damn it, Dave.
yeah,
I don't know. Drifting doesn't have that kind of formal step program, but I kind of like that it doesn't. It still makes it appealing to me.
Yeah.
If it did, I'd start losing interest. Just like Pro Am and Pro 2 and the Pro
Yeah.
1 stuff, I kind of lost interest
Well,
in all
it's
that junk.
It's fun in that it's
it's-
wild and fairly loose.
yeah. But then, I mean, like, if we kind of keep it, like, there needs
It's
to
just
be...
like a bro code thing. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely.
Yeah, but then,
Absolutely.
like, I mean, like, spending as much time as I spent in the skate park, like, our bro code wasn't the same as some of these other dudes who would come in. They're just, like, oh, well, we're fucking ripping. We're just going to keep going because we're on it.
Yeah.
Why are you guys not doing anything? And it's like, we're waiting our turn, because that's usually how this shit goes.
Yeah.
But all you and your buddies are doing is just hucking shit at the flat bar. Like, it's getting, like, we need to get on the same fucking page
Yeah,
here,
I feel that.
So,
But that's what drivers' meetings are for.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But, like,
and
when,
I can't get mad at people for skipping drivers' meetings and tell them they can't drive till after lunch.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah, I
Like-
kind of wish that would happen too.
yeah, like,
Like,
you-
drivers' meetings are just a
You
respect thing.
You either have to commit or don't.
Yeah,
I really like. I feel awful when I miss one, and it's like I've missed like one or two total
Yeah,
out of like 12 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
But
think,
yeah, a lot of people feel like they're not needed or whatever. And like when those people come by and ask me how the drivers' meeting or like what special things happen, I don't tell them shit. Like I
No.
tell Brandon to figure it out now because he
Yeah.
always sleeps into noon. And it's like, nah, I'm not really into
yeah,
that.
like, I mean, some people are going to be able to, like, get away with it. Like, Brandon, okay, because he's
He's a
Brandon.
professional like drivers' meeting skipper.
Yeah, like, he's
That
got a...
sounds-
He did it like Pro 1 level.
Yeah,
Formula
God.
D drivers' meeting skip.
Goddamn. But yeah, like, there are some people where it's just like, I'll run with anybody. Yeah, no shit. We need to have a discussion about that real
About
quick.
that, you won't be running with everybody.
Real quick, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it would be all right to, like, just make people be like, you're going to be in timeout until the afternoon drivers meeting. So,
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
and the thing I keep getting told is that it's going to turn people away.
well,
But I also feel like we shouldn't have to deal with people that are going to throw a hissy fit for showing up late.
yeah, like,
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to be the people that make this scene succeed.
Yeah, like
No.
if you care enough about what you're doing, you're gonna be there on time.
Yeah.
Step up.
Prepared. Like
I get it. Shit happens.
Yeah.
You could blow a tire on the way to the track, or you could,
Yeah.
totally
Yeah,
your
message
fucking car
somebody
on the
about
way to
that. That
attack.
stuff happens.
Right.
Yeah, like-
right.
But like, if you're,
It's not a black and white, clear cut thing, but for the most part,
Yeah, like-
there's a pretty steep gradient here that you can figure out left and right from.
Yeah, like if you're just gonna like roll in at 11:30 and just expect to hop in, it's I feel you should not be able to do that. It's like
Yeah.
no, you missed some very important information, and we're not going to talk about that until later with
Yeah.
everybody else.
yeah,
So, yeah,
Those are my feelings on
yeah,
it.
it's like I want there to be fun and I want these people to progress, but at the same time, I
mean-
can't.
Commitment is part of progression.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I can't tell you how exhausting it is to watch these people who are all, who online are all about, oh, I want to run a train with everybody. It's like, dude, you can barely drive by your goddamn self.
Yeah.
What makes you think like you need to learn how to drive one by yourself, and then we can start bringing in playmates. Slowly but surely, we will acclimate you to the wild.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, that's something we're going to be running into a lot in the next couple seasons, I've noticed, is that we're trying to push tandem driving for the sake of seat time. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that aren't ready for that yet.
yeah,
And I think there's going to be it's going to be kind of an ignored step in the future. I think. People are going to not know how to drive, and they're going to just try and start jumping straight into running tandem when they don't know what they're doing by themselves yet.
Yeah, but I've also had a lot of people come with us out of state.
Well,
to
sure.
No Coast Bash or Bash the
And
Future.
bashes are a great way to get seat time.
Yeah.
To learn.
But like, they won't even really be comfortable just doing single runs, and we just throw them in the deep end, and they figure it out.
yeah.
That's what Jerry did.
I mean,
Yeah.
some people will figure it out, and those people but then
Yeah,
but then there are other people who it's just like
Well, it's also a commitment money thing where most people have the budget to show up locally in like a super basic Miata or E36 or something.
Right.
yeah,
And that's all they can do. They can't travel elsewhere.
yeah,
So, yeah.
And that's fine.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but
Perfectly cool.
yeah, but yeah, I mean,
What it comes down is just don't be a dick, be a dude.
yeah, like just there is no shame in admitting that you can't drive with
Oh, yeah.
other people. Like
yeah.
there's no shame in hanging out in that single line.
Suck out loud,
Yeah,
learn, and then go have fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'd gladly say that I could not be, and I'd stick to the single line because
yeah. I mean, we've all been there in our respective whatever the hell it is we do.
Yep.
Look at the early days of Cam. This thing was a bag of hot trash. Look at it now.
it's a bag of trash.
The pictures.
It's still bagged.
Hey, at least
Lukewarm trash.
Hey, at least the pictures are prettier.
Yes.
So there we go.
It's a hefty bag. It's not the knockoff now.
Yeah.
It's not the dollar store
graduated-
roll.
Yeah, we've
Yep.
graduated from Kroger.
Yeah. No more Kirkland special, baby.
Oh
Well.
man,
There we go.
that is gold.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I don't know. It mostly comes down to communication. Just
yeah, it's just
don't hop in lines with people you don't know, that sort of thing. I
Yeah.
guess.
That's
You
something
know,
we're
Or make
gonna-
sure it's cool when you do.
yeah. And also, if you see like the three people in front of you holding out three fingers, don't then throw out a thumbs up.
I mean, generally,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's a thumbs up, everyone's down to party.
yeah.
And I'll do that. Like, that's usually how it is at Bashes. Like, we'll have like a 10-car thing, and it's like, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
So you just thumbs out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's like, you, Derek, and Sheldon, you
Yeah.
know, and you're just like, all right, it's just the three of us, and then, like, the two dudes behind you and whatever clapped out, whatevers.
Yeah.
They're both like, thumbs up. It's like, we need
Yeah.
to establish that three means these three,
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Pretty
just,
much.
Yeah. Also have somebody else run up and down the line just like, are you with them? No? Yeah? They don't think you are. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's-
too.
So, hey, there we go. I just made another volunteer opportunity for you people. Other start line guy running up and down the tandem line.
The tandem, like,
Yeah, with
Wrangler.
the whole one volunteer I had show up at the last drift event.
God damn it,
Was it
people.
really just one?
One. It was one
You guys
person.
had like a big list too before that. Like there
We were
was-
supposed to.
Yeah.
I had like 7
Oh,
people lined up.
But shout out to that dude because he actually killed it. The
He
start
was
line guy.
awesome,
he
dude.
was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, he was rad as hell.
Yeah.
That dude was. Yeah.
Listen, I was playing like with him and stuff.
I don't know his real name because he made his Facebook.
His name is Kit,
Kit,
which I'm
Kit?
assuming is short for something Japanese.
Probably.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But yeah, his is all in like katakana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know that guy's name, but
Like
Yeah.
you can't tag him in shit.
yeah,
No.
that too. So all right,
But still, shout out to him. He was out there.
he's entertaining.
Yeah.
Dude is super cool.
He would send us with dabs.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. It was
And see,
entertaining.
I want to see more people like that. That
Yeah.
kid, he literally hit up the Salt City Drift page and was like, "Look, I love drifting. I want to get into drifting. How do I get involved in the scene? How do I help out?
Yeah.
How do I do this? How do we do that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. The fact that he was like, "What do I need to do to get out here and party with you guys?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Man, bro, I got stuff for you to do. Come on over here. We're gonna have a party."
There we go.
I just want more of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. And
Did
also,
you get any ride-alongs?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I hope he put a helmet on and
Eh,
got
just
I
some
feel
on.
bad because
Give
If
it
he
time.
didn't-
He'll come back.
yeah.
He's going to be there. He's
Yeah.
solid now.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm going to get him in a car on the 10th.
yeah,
I'm going to get him
Yeah.
in some cars on the
dude,
10th.
let me know because I'll go flag for him so he can go do some ride-alongs and
Yeah,
stuff.
likewise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
Well, you're always off doing Dave important things, which I don't really know what you do, but you always seem really important in doing things.
I don't know why you people have bestowed importance upon me, but thank
It's a
you.
Mistake.
It's just, hey, man, it's just one of those, like, you've been there long enough.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because
Yep.
well, there we go. We've done that. We haven't even touched on Stucky's grudge match thing.
Oh yeah. Did you want to talk about
Yeah,
that?
let's-
That's pretty
yeah, let's
fresh.
get it-
It
yeah.
wasn't even on the agenda.
No.
I don't care. We
mean-
got 20 minutes to fill.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, we also have to just
we have the
shoot
question of the week too.
yeah, we also have to shoot
Okay.
down everybody's dreams. But
Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
true.
I mean-
I will encourage their dreams.
I'm
But
super
go on.
excited about this.
well,
well, yeah, real quick.
like local level competition or normal drift competition, it's top 16
Yeah.
usually, or top 32 if you have enough people.
Yeah.
That's tandem competition, head to head, all that junk, whatever. And you filter down this bracket to get your top 2 guys, and then you have them battle and whatever. But I'd say like it's hard to even have like a pool of like 10 drivers that's really consistent
Yeah.
and are hitting every event and like being competitive and all that. But I kind of put this list together, or this idea where it's a list, it's a top 10 list, old school hot rodding style.
Yeah,
Where,
so-
like I know I've heard of like old school like air cooled bug
Yeah.
drag racer guys doing it in like Southern California.
Yeah.
They're in a club and they have like a top 10 list. Number 10 guy can only challenge number 9, number 9 only 8.
Yeah,
etc.
like you can, like that's how you have to move up. You have to beat
Basically.
the dude ahead of you. And you have
yeah,
to
and if you're
challenge him.
number 1, everyone's going for you. But of course, you can only get challenged by 2.
Yep.
You have to keep fending off 2, whatever. But 2 could change if 3 takes out 2.
Yeah.
Whatever. All that.
This is
So-
how it was in my chess club.
What's that?
How it was in the chess club.
Yeah.
There
But
we
yeah,
go.
basically that kind of format for, I guess, the leaderboard.
Yeah.
I guess we'd have to figure that out. We'd have to do a qualifying event, like the first event.
Yeah, they're
Get everybody
like,
thrown up on there.
you would have to establish the top
Yeah,
10.
basically.
So,
From there, I think we've got a different like set of rules for things like that. But basically, I think you're able to challenge the guy below you once per event.
yeah.
But also, there's going to be another thing called a wild card, where every event we're going to give out like 2 or 3 wild cards. And this is all speculation. Like we're just kind of playing with this idea. So I'm saying like
Yeah.
we are, but it's whatever. We're just playing with the idea. But yeah, say you have a wild card, somebody does a cool entry, backwards entry kind of a thing, or a cool tandem, or they're just like throwing down really well. They can win that wild card, and that wild card lets you challenge anybody on the top 10 list. And you can be on the list or you can be off it. So
Damn.
if you're in like 6th and you want to go for first, and you get a wild card, you can go for that first place spot.
You can swing for it. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other things too, like if you are not at the event, you have to miss it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Somebody challenges you, you have to either forfeit your spot or pick a friend to run
To
that.
defend your spot.
Yeah, and if the friend wins, they get a wild card for free. If they lose, you lose your spot. You go down 1 or whatever.
Ah.
So
So.
This sounds involved but intriguing.
Yeah.
right. Seems like it could be really fun.
It really
Ah.
does.
Yep. Sounds
Yeah.
like
Lots of little tricks like that.
there's
yeah.
a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's
It's
going to be
not-
like a whiteboard with 10
Yeah.
people, and
I
everybody
just-
else is going for that if they want to compete.
I feel like it could be individually managed pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just one
it's
of those
not-
things where it's like you guys get your little slot of like 20 minutes or a half hour. Just take care of a bunch
Yeah,
of shit.
just go deal
with it.
Like, just handle it.
Yeah, and like Hadlock wanted to do it all day
Mm-hmm.
when I was chatting with him, but I don't know how we have judges all day just sitting there ready to do these
Right,
battles.
right.
So I feel like it has to be like a 2-hour thing where it's like sit
could be,
down,
yeah.
do your challenges, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I keep saying I'm willing to judge shit, but everybody looks at me like I'm joking.
Oh yeah, no, do it.
Yeah,
They would
fuck.
love that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here.
it's usually at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It seems like you're leaving early all the time.
Well, this last time I had to leave early because I had to come down here, clean up, pick up wings,
Yeah,
pick up
yeah.
liquor,
That's right. Yeah,
which is actually in the bottom drawer of the desk
Whoa.
there.
He's
So,
excellent.
yeah.
If you
But
need,
yeah,
if
I
you need
mean-
an evening spirit for the ride
I'm
home.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know. It seems like it'd be fun, and then of
Yeah.
course we could figure out prizes and stuff like that for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
top 10 people or
Yeah.
whatever. But kind of like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's got,
And yeah, just throwing down and like challenging random people in the list that you don't like. Hell yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
bonus
Anyway,
points to
yeah.
anybody who literally brings a gauntlet to throw down.
Oh yeah, we could have like. Well, have you seen Texas where their prize is like the sword?
Oh, no, I have
Oh,
not
it's
seen
so
that.
good. It's a huge like
Jesus.
Claymore style, like two-handed. Yeah, that is their trophy.
That sounds
Damn.
amazing.
and they do like little name engraving on it and everything.
That's
It's
damn
awesome.
Man.
But yeah, you can get some gnarly, huge trophy that's
Get
just
something.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Vin Diesel like cardboard cutout,
Wow.
Jesus.
your name sharpied over it.
I think we might have to get something a little bit more substantial than that.
It'd be cool to do like a wheel or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Dave?
Got you.
All right.
I still have the Golden Steely.
Good.
Oh yeah,
I still have that.
I have a
Good.
broken wheel.
Yeah?
It's got a decent chunk out of the.
Let's do it.
It still holds air, but yeah, right on
right.
the lip. But yeah, I don't know. Something like that format seems like it'd be pretty fun.
It seems like it would be a change from the norm.
Yeah,
It would change it up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely would change it up.
But also, like, you don't have to run the competition. Like, if you don't want to challenge anybody in the top 10, no big deal. You don't
Yeah.
have to. Just keep running.
Yeah.
And let those guys, like, when they challenge, roll up to the line. And they do that right there.
Yeah.
Word.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of different things, during one of my mini chats with formerly Evil Trent,
Oh.
we got to talking about things, and one of the things he brought up was he wants to build a drift truck,
Oh, yeah.
despite the fact that he has a perfectly good 350Z in his garage. He refuses to drift that because, according to him, drifting breaks stuff. Even though Basim is out there in his track day / autocross 350Z.
Right. And he seems to be doing just fine.
Yep. Yeah. So, anyway, so this kind of brought up the question, which became the question of the week, which is drift trucks, yay or nay?
And we all have some pretty
Kind of.
harsh, polarizing feelings on this.
I mean, really, I don't have a problem with them. Like, they're fine. But the problem is, people come at me and they're like, hey, I want to get into drifting.
And I want to be
And I
different.
can't find... Well, yeah, they want to be different, or they're like, I can't find a Miata or an E36,
And
which
that's-
is wrong.
Yeah, that's the
They're
worst way
lying.
to, yeah. The worst way to go is be like, hey, I want to get into drifting, but I want to do it in the most unique way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But the unique thing, that's an excuse that comes up, which is cool, whatever. If you want to hate your life, feel free.
Yeah. Or
Like-
Right.
But really, a lot of it is just like, I can't find a car that's proper, but I already have this hard body. And it's like, yeah, just sell it and get something proper. Like,
Yeah.
that is the
Use it as
hardcore truth. But I have tons of
Right.
friends that drift trucks, and it's cool. And I do love them because you can
But-
throw your crap
but
in the back, whatever.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure they got good and then got a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well, there's lots of even like hopefuls that really wish they could do their trucks, and it's like, honestly,
Yeah.
probably not. Like, buy
Right.
a 350Z,
Yeah.
learn on that, learn how to drive.
Right.
And
that-
the thing is, like, a lot of those guys starting out, especially with new cars, they don't know how a drift car is supposed to be set up or supposed to
Right. They have
like,
no idea
feel
what
or
they're
anything.
What
Yeah,
to do
like-
with it.
And they're trying to set up a car for something they don't know how it's supposed to feel.
Right.
yeah, it's, like, you see this a lot with, people who do road racing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like, I just set everything to, like, full stiff, and I rip out
Yeah.
my ABS, and it's
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
That is how you have a bad time,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know, do trucks, but buy a 350Z and drive.
Yeah.
And then do the truck after, like for 4 years, like, have that be your project that just sits on stands, and then, like, eventually, yeah, you'll pull it out, and it'll be cool.
Yeah,
And you'll know
that's-
how to drive by then.
Yeah, that's my suggestion is everybody needs to if they want to, if they're learning, if they
Yeah.
want to be more involved in it and they don't know how to do it, they need to go
Well-
buy the same vehicle that everybody's out there driving.
The thing is, it's one of those things, and again, where it's like, if you have to ask, you probably can't.
Right.
Because
If you have to
a
ask,
lot of
you're
people
not.
asking about trucks or talking about trucks, the topic comes up
They
all the time.
They never will.
Yeah, basically, that's my idea of it.
Yeah, or they're just like, oh, well, like, clearly this will translate from, this chassis of similar vintage to this truck of
Yeah.
similar vintage, right?
No.
No, I mean, you even
people-
see it a lot in the pro touring community too. Where
Oh,
there
yeah,
are
I
people
could
that
see
want to
that.
do a pro touring
Pro touring,
truck,
I'm sure Pro Touring's full of that shit, where it's like,
and it really is. And it's the same deal as it's a bunch of dead end project threads.
Yeah.
Of people that bought like an old Flareside F100 or a square body Chevy, and they're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna build this as an autocross truck, and then they throw like $6,000 into suspension, don't know what the hell they're doing, still have a leaky carb 305 under the hood,
Yeah.
and something breaks or blows up or falls apart and the truck's totaled, and they're just like, fuck it, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, or they're just like 15 grand into it, and it's like
$15,000 in the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Even.
or
now,
yeah, and it's like on the wrong end of competitive.
Right.
It's like, oh, well,
there
okay,
are drift trucks that get it and do well and whatever,
Of course.
yeah,
but those guys never seem to like make threads or like ask questions if they should do it or not. They just kind of do it, get it
Yeah.
figured out, but they have the ability. They have fabrication experience, all that junk.
Well, and that's the thing is
Yeah.
a novelty or a uniquity like that in drifting or even in autocross and road racing it's a builder's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a builder's game. You don't
Pretty
see
much.
anybody that has something unique or crazy like that didn't build it themselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, like this is not a thing you can just like crack open a catalog or go to a website and just throw parts at, and it'll solve your problems.
Right.
Like this is something like
You mean I can't buy drift leaf springs for my truck?
I'll sell you drift leaves.
no, you're going to have
Just
tools.
double up on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. No, you're going to have like tools and math and
And
these
an
things.
S13 subframe to throw in there.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's
Shout
like,
out to you, Chaz.
yeah, like that's another thing. It's like you're going to have to cannibalize something else that's perfectly
That's the easiest
good for what
well,
you're doing.
It's bad when you say that that's the easiest way. That like taking a subframe out of a whole different car and putting
Yeah.
that into a truck, that's the easiest way to get it to handle right.
Yeah, it's
But
like
that is
that's-
probably the easiest way.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
At least for the
That's
front.
fairly accurate.
Like you
Yeah.
can stiffen up the rear and make that not roll and stuff.
That's
no problem.
fairly
But like for
accurate.
the
Yeah.
front, yeah.
That,
Yeah.
See, and that was one of my. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in the argument. Is like, oh well, trucks don't drift because they have solid rear axles.
No, plenty of things
It's
with
pretty
solid.
easy to deal with. Like trucks
It
can
really
get
is.
super stiff and low.
Yeah,
It's the steering and all that junk, and that's like the biggest pet peeve I have with everybody that ever brings up drifting and does not actually participate. They're like,
Right.
oh yeah, whatever. Throw an Ellison drift car. Throw a
That's
JZ,
not how it works.
RB, whatever. No, you can
No.
have a stock Pinto motor,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
If your suspension is good, it'll do great. But
Right.
if your suspension is garbage with that LS, JZ, whatever, it's going to be a handful. It's going to suck.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have
Like
a
the
bad
motor,
time.
power plant, it doesn't matter. It's all about suspension angle setup.
It is. It is. It's definitely a chassis game.
Yeah,
Anybody that is, I don't want to say competitive, because there's a lot of people that don't compete that
well,
just enjoy
capable of like linking a full course, whatever.
Or, right, a capable vehicle.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anybody that sets up or drives a capable vehicle will tell you that it's 90% suspension. Nobody's throwing Racelands on their bucket, throwing shitty tires at 90 psi in the back, and having a good time at an event.
Yeah, yeah. They will for like the first one
Well,
or two
it's
events,
it's
but
a
yeah.
very limited.
yeah. You'll hit that.
It's a very
wall,
limited thing, right?
And it's
I mean,
like
I
either-
had a blast in that $500 Audi wagon.
Yeah.
Like that shit was hilarious until we blew the diff.
But would you have done it for another 2 or 3?
Would I have done it for another 2 or 3 events? No, I wouldn't have probably done it for another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it's like the Crown Vic. Like, hey, that was fun once.
Yeah, it's what's after you do it, it's like the novelty kind of wears off.
Yeah, and that's why like people are like, yeah, I want to slide this truck, and it's like you might be able to take it out for one event.
Yeah, you'll have
But
fun, maybe a handful.
You're
of
not going to
events
progress
at
really.
work.
And, yeah.
No. If you do it as a novelty and you know what you're doing, then there's no reason for you to be asking.
Yeah.
You'll just go out and do it, like you said.
Yeah.
So,
But if you're
something-
asking, that's going to be an issue.
something that formerly Evil Trent brought up that I completely agree with on this, it would be awesome to have a drift truck for the fact that you could keep all your spares in the back.
Oh yeah.
Drive
Yeah.
drive there, on some regular street tires, whatever. Take take a load out of all your drift
Right.
tires and wheels,
Right.
Yeah,
And then
Well, there are plenty
bolt
of
them
people
on.
that do that with their cars.
yeah.
Shout
Well, I
out to
love the
Jake.
trucks for that reason too. Like
Right.
if I could do a full pro touring style build on like the 80s-ish El Caminos. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you've seen, like, the drug dealer-style body kits they have.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so
They're great.
good.
They're great.
Yeah, so, like, full 80s cocaine spec. I love those things.
Absolutely.
But, like, yeah, I just don't... I know I don't have the ability, fabrication knowledge, whatever,
Yeah.
so I don't fuck with it. But,
I've always felt
But
like
yeah.
you were more of a driver than a builder.
yeah, I've always felt like...
You tanker.
just something like a truck bed in a car, hauling that out. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. But it's just a lot of work. If we had the unibody style Utes in
Yeah.
Australia, no problem.
I feel like if
They're
those
like-
were here,
they're
that
cars,
would be,
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
they're-
legitimately cars.
Yeah.
And I think that's the route a lot of people end up actually going is they end up homebrew building their own version of a Ute.
yeah.
You know, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
like
this-
an S13, whatever.
Well, no, I'm saying like
Didn't you, try
they
and
take a
build an
truck.
S13 truck?
I cut the roof off one. Okay, it's about as far as
basically.
I got.
Well, there we go.
But no, I feel like a lot of
You've
people.
cut off a roof a lot.
They, yeah, I have. I've cut the roofs off a lot of cars. But anywho, I feel like a lot of people end up taking enough car stuff and throwing it under trucks to where they have basically just built a ladder frame version of a Ute.
Yeah. Also, you see how trucks drift. I mean, it doesn't really matter because people can make them work and stuff. But like having no weight in the rear actually makes it drive like ass.
Yeah,
it's really
a
bad.
lot of people think that that's a benefit, and it's not.
I
It's,
know.
it's
You
a
need-
it's a very big detriment to being able to drive consistently.
Yeah.
and at a limit of grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people that don't think they want to believe it, but drifting is a grip battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that you can't drift a front-wheel drive car?
That was Justy.
Stucky has done
Dude, that
it,
thing ripped.
but it's Stucky.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those, the right person can do it.
Yeah, and
But-
they have front wheel drive drift events in Japan. Actually,
Yeah.
I mean there's a
I
whole
have been meaning
niche
to
of
do
the
the
sport
PVC thing
dedicated
with
to
the
it.
Justy.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
So.
but yeah, no, it's one of those things where if you want to get into it to have fun with it and drive, then do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Is what
Or
it comes
just-
down to is do what is. I mean,
Popular.
obviously everybody's doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, oh, well, LS swaps or oh, BMWs or 350Zs. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well here's the deal.
Well, yeah.
The people that have 350Zs or E36s or E46s or S13s and S14s are out there driving every
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
That's
And
like,
they're figuring out their
I don't know if the
skill
S13
set.
guys are doing it anymore.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
they're-
It's
They're really
350
not.
and G35 guys
It
and
is.
Yeah.
C36s.
You're
Yeah.
right.
But yeah.
yeah, no, but it's like the same thing when somebody's like, oh, I want to start going to track days. It's like, okay, go to one. Don't drive and look at whatever's in the paddock and buy whatever the most people have. So if it's a Porsche, buy a Porsche. If it's a Miata, buy a Miata. If it's an E36, buy an E36. Because guess what? Everybody's going to, like, you can pick their brain for stuff, and if you break something, they'll have a spare.
Yeah.
Is this like the I want to track version of buying a Dodge Journey or something like that? Sure,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
make it work, but you
Basically.
really don't
Exact-
want to.
Basically.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, well, I want to be, I want to be out there in the mini. It's like it'd be me saying I want to track the minivan, turn that into
Yeah.
a time attack car. It's like
Oh, yeah.
I could,
You very easily could because of its original basis.
yeah, but at the same
But-
time, like, no, I would have a much better time just buying like an E36. And
But
feel-
also,
yeah,
people are, especially younger people, they are super stubborn. They'll
yeah.
come into this like, I want to be different, and it's like you can tell them like, hey, it's
Yeah.
an awful idea, and I can bet you money you're not going to finish this, and they
no,
will
and,
still go through with it or try to.
yeah,
Attempt.
But it'll be like it'll leave their hands as a shell, kind of like every single time.
And
like,
I've-
it's
I've
such a
seen it-
small percentage
I've
that
seen it
actually
so
pull
often.
through. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've been around forever. I've been around
I
forever.
fucked those up. I mean, that's basically what the Danny George shell was for me.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
bought
feel
that
that.
thing, like, hell yeah, like, this is going to be really cool, Pro-Am build, whatever. And honestly, like, yeah, I'm not really about, like, doing a shell-up build, especially
Right.
for a car that doesn't run already. Like, I have done everything at this point. I've dropped subframes, changed motors, whatever, done, like, transmissions, clutches, whatever, all that junk. Like, I've taken apart the entire 240, no big deal. But if it's not something that I can just take apart and put the same thing back in and just fix it, yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Those
So
are
be realistic in your expectations.
Yeah.
like know what you can do because just fabbing like a front end or whatever on a car, it's not that simple.
no, like
really
it's-
not
not.
for your first time
Now,
project
no,
for
God,
sure.
yeah.
no.
Now, I mean, Devin, he likes to blast on this all the time. He's like, "Oh, well, steering boxes." Some of the best handling cars on the face of the planet.
Oh,
have
does he talk
steering
shit on
boxes.
those?
Yes.
Actually, I like steering boxes for drifting because they have more angle from factory.
Exactly.
Like the
And
FBRX7s and stuff.
They're so easily
Yeah.
modifiable.
Yeah, I've
There's
actually
so much
noticed.
support.
I really like them. Yeah.
As much as I don't like to admit that, I do like them as well. The E39 5 Series, the
Yeah.
V8
Oh,
cars
yeah.
had steering boxes.
Yeah, I felt
and
that,
that was
and
one
they're
of
really
the
good.
best handling sedans ever built.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with steering boxes.
No, there's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
as long
They
as
have
it's
more angle from
properly
factory.
cared for.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is he says, "Oh, there's so much play. There's so much play." Yeah, when you've got a 200,000-mile pickup box
Yeah.
that's been beat to shit and never adjusted or cared for, and you've got all the slop in the front end, you could say the same thing about a beat to shit Corolla with a bad steering rack.
Yeah.
It's going to change lanes on
Now-
you just the same as a bad steering box in a truck.
If we're talking aftermarket support, though, that's where like my mind's at. There's almost like no cars with steering boxes that have any kind of aftermarket support like that.
Second and third gen Camaros, C3 Corvettes, and
No,
down.
but actual angle, or
As far as angle goes, you're kind
you
of
pretty much have to make your own. That's what I'm saying.
okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As far as
But yeah, I know
vehicles
you
that
can
have
do
the
steering
aftermarket
quickeners and
support,
all that garbage.
right.
Yeah, I know there's that
Right.
stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, a majority of the pro touring community is still running,
yeah.
boxes. And
But you can also
different
swap
links and
racks.
such.
That's
yeah,
possible.
You can,
Z3
you
racks
can
and
racks
stuff.
off.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. I mean,
So-
you're re-engineering suspension geometry at that point.
Yeah, but
Really-
I'm not afraid of steering boxes.
Right. No, I'm not either. I've owned plenty of cars that have had steering boxes. I have
Yeah.
no problem with them. And they're also talking about another one of his gripes was that they're slow. And again, you can get ratio quickeners. You can
Yeah.
get faster boxes. I mean,
Yeah.
just about any major popular platform, like an S10, for example. The front half of an S10 is basically a G-body Chevy with a steering box. You can use a quick ratio box for like a third-gen Camaro.
Okay.
And CPP makes a quick ratio box. You can get like 7 different ratios in them.
Damn.
You can have 2 turns lock to lock. You can have 7 turns lock to lock. They're all there. They're all out there in the ether.
Yeah.
The market exists for all of that shit. You just have to look for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody that says that such and such doesn't have aftermarket support, you're not looking hard enough. You can modify anything with anything. But if you're looking for a bolt-on solution where you got to do swipe your card, take it to somebody, and say, bolt this on so I can go do sick shit next weekend, yeah, you're not going to find that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're working on.
Yep.
But,
Well, and
Yeah.
then we turn this question over to you, listening public.
God, we got a lot of responses.
Yeah, but real
Oh
quick.
yeah, that's right.
But real quick, I want to say, so I put this as a poll on our Instagram story and on Twitter. Yes, we're still on Twitter. Twitter poll came back, so your options were yay, nay, and what. Nobody voted for yay. We had 3 votes for nay and 1 vote for what.
Really?
Yes.
That seems like quite the opposite of our other polls.
Yes, the Instagram poll came back 20 votes for yay, 3 votes for nay.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep, and we had Andrew Jackson say, always yay for drift trucks. So, there was that. So, let us dive on into some of the other social media responses that we got.
Let's see. I'm going to start chasing around some of these here. I'm going to check in Drift Utah really quick.
Oh, real quick, at sam.babbler on Instagram, he responded, drift trucks are yay, but even more yay is drift wagons. That dude gets it.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
He gets it. And then, let's see. Slowly pulling up the Cam Proper Facebook page. Which, yeah,
Cam Proper.
we're at Cam Automag on all social media, but, sometimes I have to post this stuff under my name and other groups.
Do they have any
So,
comments on that?
People can actually, comment on them. That's a thing that I learned that...
I'm just looking at my shared post, and
Yeah.
Hadlock just says, good, drift trucks suck.
good.
So,
We need to
I
get...
could hear his voice.
Jeff Whalen feels attacked.
Well,
And see, I really like Jeff's truck. It's definitely
It was
not
fun
a,
to drive.
It's not a drift truck
Yeah,
per
no, it's
se.
so
No,
rough.
It's
I
definitely.
couldn't get it.
It looks like it's just a handful.
Yeah.
But I
Is it?
love the shit out of that truck.
This is the white one.
No, it's the blue 1J flatbed.
yeah.
Also,
It's like a 79.
I do think the flatbed, like the lack of weight, like the
That probably hurts that
serious
truck.
lack of weight.
Yeah.
I think the actual bed is going to be a lot heavier, but
the actual bed's actually not that much
oh really?
heavier. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
don't know.
thin gauge stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. It had like no weight, and I think that's what made that thing really hard.
Well, I think what it is it's low, it's stiff, it's lightweight.
Yeah,
It had some pretty stretchy tires on it.
it's got a
Somehow
lot of
managed to blow a rear end the last time he drifted it, from what I understand.
Oh yeah,
All right.
and that was
Like that last
actually-
run at,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
at UMC, it just popped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess it was the original 4-cylinder rear end. So.
My post is mostly my friends that have drift trucks that are like, "Oh, I feel attacked."
Well,
So,
listen, feel attacked all you want, but I mean, like, defend yourself. God damn it! Don't just sit there and take it.
The shoe doesn't
but they,
have to
but
fit.
the thing is, they know.
Yeah.
they know they're wrong.
Yeah, or like just
That's fair.
Like all of them, I'm like, hey, I mean, like one, for example, he's a dude in Idaho that has a Datsun truck. Oh, he was at Cole. You met him
Right.
when we did the light thing.
Right, yeah, that's a sick ass truck.
And that thing, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, hey, yeah, if you really want to start drifting, you should get a 315. And he knows, but
Yeah.
he's going to play with that truck first. It's
Yeah.
cool. I've already told him.
Okay.
He knows.
Those are the kind of people that cannot be frustrated.
yeah.
They can't.
It's fine. I mean, it's a rad truck too.
That's cool as shit. Just don't expect it to be
Single cam
don't
and-
expect it to be a fucking Formula D burner.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got the cam page pulled up. Let's see. Brandon Kuhn says, "Yay, all the yay! Drifting a truck is my end goal for drift." I mean,
Don't.
dream
But
bigger.
you won't listen to me.
God damn it, Brandon! Like, dream bigger. You're better than this, man. Anyway, Benjamin Corwin Allred, I say, hell yay. With how easy and relatively inexpensive it is to lower and stiffen pickup trucks, they make for an easy way in.
They really don't.
Yeah. The D21 has the same engine as the 240. True, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't on a 240. So you know that's capable. Just drop the torsions, throw on some blocks, weld up the rear diff, and send it. Now note, I never said it would drift well, but it will drift. I mean...
Depending on someone's definition of drifting, no.
Yeah, I mean, I could link corners in the Subaru in the snow.
I just
But
hear
that's-
he's talking about lowering the torsions and flipping springs and putting blocks on. All I'm seeing is that truck axle hopping itself.
It's going
around a bunch of cones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just. Let's see, formerly evil trend. Yes to drift trucks, and one day I will have one. I see that you're trying to use the public against me, but it ain't working for you, is it, Mike? Well, no, your idea is still terrible.
I mean,
Wait, what was his idea
wait.
again?
Getting a drift truck and like not drifting his 350Z. Even
Yeah,
though
don't do
honestly,
that. That's dumb.
The
Ready to
X-Runner
go.
is probably pretty good out of the box.
It's probably the
Yeah.
closest you're going to get.
Yeah.
I wanted one for
It's a-
towing, but
Honestly, I feel
Yeah.
like either ditch the leaf springs or put an anti-wrap bar on it right out the gate.
Yeah,
They already have a good LSD. They already have a rack.
yeah. It's just
They're already a fairly compliant suspension.
yeah. Let's see. Jeff Wynn says he needs to tune in tonight. That's not an option
we
you
were
can
just
do.
talking about his truck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so, he wants to hear us all talk trash on his truck.
I'm not talking trash on your truck. I fucking love it.
Yeah, like, it's just...
But I also don't think that Jeff wants to like really drift or
No,
drift that
yeah.
truck specifically.
Yeah.
I think we kind of addressed that in the thing. Like, I don't really look at his truck as a drift truck.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a truck.
And
that
I don't
was
think
all
he
hot rodded out.
Yeah,
that
I don't
tried
think he
to
looks at
slide,
his truck
but
as a drift
Yeah.
truck either.
No.
Yeah, so...
It's a really fun hot rod
Yeah.
project.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
So let's
I'm
see.
sure.
Scott Michael Chamberlain. Winning is winning. Doesn't really matter the chassis as long as it's set up correctly to do its job. My response to that is, okay, you can set it up to do
But
the
that's
job
like
correctly, but at the
Porsche
same
sticking with the wrong configuration
yeah,
forever.
like they've made
Just being
it
stubborn.
like they've made it work, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like I
There's
mean,
better
you can-
ways.
Yeah, like you can go with something that like there's a very clear and easy path, or you can spend all this time developing and fabricating and failing and developing and fabricating and failing.
Yeah.
While everybody else who got into it at the same time with you is progressing to a level that,
Well,
Yeah.
and that's just really how you can
Yeah.
end up splitting it. Is it do you want to build or do you want to drive?
yeah.
Plus, depending on what he's talking about winning, like all trucks are like not okay
No.
for competition anyway. Like
Yeah, no, they're-
unless it's like grassroots stuff, nobody cares. But
Yeah, no, but like as soon as
Formula
you
D
start
and whatever, yeah,
yeah, like you start getting into like upper level stuff, they're just gonna turn you away.
yeah, it's got to be a unibody type thing, and all
Yeah,
that
like-
stuff.
Right. I mean,
And-
Formula D doesn't allow trucks or anything with
Yeah.
a leaf spring
Yeah.
suspension on it.
Yeah. like your chassis is not legal for competition, so it doesn't matter what you've done to it.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
So, yeah, you can set it up correctly, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of bad ideas that are great time.
Well, my favorite quote from Dave Coleman, everybody's favorite Well, second favorite Dave.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah,
Doing things.
me too. You
Does
know,
he still do anything?
I think he's still over at Moto IQ, but I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
But no, he said Leonardo da Vinci had a bunch of amazing ideas, but he lived a very lonely life. I have a bunch of slightly above average ideas, and I have a lot of friends. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, do you want to be the dude reinventing the fucking wheel in your garage every weekend? Or would you rather be out there doing stuff with your friends?
There you go.
Exactly. Let's see. Jake Morrow. Yes, drift trucks are unique as hell. I'd love to see more getting what the kids call, quote, nasty. AJ Glassmacher gave this thing a seal of motherfucking approval. Drifting and autocross are what the X-Runner and Sport Mini truck should be used for, as well as short bed single cab trucks. You can't tow with that shorter wheelbase, and you can't haul much with a 4-foot bed. Slam it on the ground and send it through some corners.
I mean, from a sport truck standpoint, I will agree with you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Connor Rowe in Motoring United, he was kind of a lukewarm yay, but he also said sport trucks need to come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Is that
agree
the road
100%.
racing series?
Yeah.
The Jeeps and all that? Yeah.
No, just, well, yeah, I mean, that
Yes,
too.
sir, yeah.
But I think sport trucks in general is like a model.
Oh, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Or
like
a specific
mini trucks?
genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even full-size sport trucks. I mean, we don't have the SS anymore. We don't have the SRT10 anymore.
Yeah.
We don't have a Lightning.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I mean, the closest thing we've got is an EcoBoost short box F-150.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, can we call the Raptor in that?
No.
No.
Okay.
The
Dude,
Raptor's just a mental off-road truck.
Yeah.
Pre-runner.
It's a very pre-runner
Yeah.
truck.
It's not a road.
It's not a sport truck. Right. It's built with lack of pavement in mind.
Yeah. Devin Creasy.
Of course, his novel on this one.
He was surprised that he wasn't tagged in this, but I knew he was going to find this. We
Yeah,
just put this out there in the universe.
His
know.
his ears were tingling. He knew.
Yep. He loves drift trucks, but they're pretty dumb to build. You know, a lot of the stuff that we have thrown out there and have discussed. And then he says, but even with all of that, I still want to build them because they're rad, and I like fabrication and building vehicles.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he says he's going to be here in December, and I told him he wants to rehash, and I told him to book it.
Yep.
So,
Let's do it.
yeah.
I got a hug and a beer for you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Come to the basement.
You know it's going to be a very gentrified argument.
Yeah.
Because we're agreeing on the same things, I just feel differently about it.
Yeah. And then Glenn Hecht says he's been on the fence about them. They're rad, but probably not great for a first drift car. But then again, he's the guy with the Viking longboat.
Right, exactly. The Volvo is not his best choice either.
No.
Buy Stu's E36.
Yeah.
Glenn, buy Stu's E36.
Yeah.
One more time for the people in the back. Buy Stu's E36.
Yeah.
By Stu's.
Like, I actually
E36.
liked that Volvo.
I love
And-
that Volvo.
Yeah.
Steering box thing, again, it had good angle.
But that's
Yeah.
not a box. That's a rack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought those were
That's a
boxes.
rack car.
Okay.
No, and I actually was able to drive that car in the little donut box that we had at the last
Yeah.
event, and it's incredibly late to spool, and it's running
Yeah.
pig rich to the point where the air fuel ratio gauge, it's just 10 all the time. So that right there, the power output and the power production of that car and the lack of power band are severely limiting it.
Yeah.
Once I had that car up in some revs and was able to pedal it and keep some semblance of air fuel ratio, like that car was fun. It got out quick
Yeah.
and it has days of angle to correct for any like random inconsistencies it might have.
Yeah.
That car is huck ready if we get the rest of the maintenance figured out. And that's what I want to see, Glenn. I want to see if you're not going to buy another car to drift
Didn't
with.
he just blow a motor or something?
That
Rod
motor's
knocked
been tired for a while.
Okay.
It's not rod knocked or anything,
Okay,
but that
okay.
motor's been very tired for a while.
Yeah.
I sold him, I traded him my 4-door 240 Volvo that
Gotcha.
had a turbo swap in it.
Gotcha.
It is the better motor, better turbo, better wiring harness, better ECUs. That needs to go into the Viking longboat,
Yeah.
the Weifu wagon, and that needs to be drifted on. Because that motor with that turbo on 15 pounds, how I was driving it, was 250, 260 horsepower.
Yeah.
That was solid power, and it spooled under 3,000 RPM. That was fun. That car was a legitimate rocket ship, even with an automatic.
Yeah.
That motor needs to find its way into his car. He needs to stop dicking with power and all of this extra stuff, and he just needs to go out and drive it running right. The car
I
has
also
not ran
know-
right.
Also know there's some talk about possibly picking up the other white 740 sedan that might be up for sale right now.
Right, Joey's car.
Yeah,
He was talking about that.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there are options for him, but I feel like he needs to sort If he's not going to just get another car that's ready to go, he needs to sort the issues that he's currently having.
Yeah.
Fighting through them is not going to let you progress.
Yep. All right, we got a couple more that we need to blow through, and then we can wrap this sucker up.
Okay.
Chaz Cornea, fuck yeah, drift truck. I don't care if it's impractical. Drift
It
trucks-
is practical. You could put your shit in the back. That's the thing. It's just you have to build it.
Yeah, like it's practical in one sense, but it's
Yeah.
impractical in many others.
Which, side note, yes, I do still have that S13 subframe for you.
Yeah. When he bought his Toyota 5 years ago, he couldn't find any drift trucks, and they're popping up all over, and it's twisting his titties just right.
I like
No,
it
there were
when you
still
twist your
trucks
titties
back
just
then
right.
too.
Yeah.
It's just set up like you got to get the right people.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Travis Cox likes drift trucks.
Of course he does.
Yep.
His truck in particular
Yep.
will be out next season.
Nice. Mikey Fulkerson, had to teach him how to listen to a podcast.
Yep.
And
Not
then,
surprised.
Andrew Jackson, again, says yes to the drift trucks.
So it's an overwhelmingly positive acceptance of them, but I feel like a lot of people are misguided in the fact that they're easy to get into.
Yeah,
I
like,
feel like most of this is just I want to see more of them out there.
yeah, it's a lot
agree.
it's a lot of people saying, oh, I'd like to see more of them, or a lot of, oh, well, why aren't we? Not
we just told you.
yeah, not a lot of actual, like, critical thought is going into some of this stuff.
Right.
Well, from what it sounds like, not a lot of these people are putting up the money to be building a drift truck right now. It's more of the
These are a lot of people who are, like, they're talking about it, but they're never going to be about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
You see a lot of that in the
That's
drift-
another
the
big
drift
part of
scene.
it too. It's a lot of people are doing it because they already have the truck or whatever, and it's like that's not going to be the cheaper
No.
option.
Yeah.
No, it's really not. You spend a lot of time, money, and effort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work out.
A wasted event days.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're going to be...
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Even when you have a halfway decent car. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, I drove that 5 Series for, what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
And hit a handful of events. And, I mean, did okay, I guess, but I was fighting the car the whole time.
Yeah.
I could have just had an E36. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, there we go. There we have it.
You live and you learn, and then you get an E36.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. I still won't get an E36.
I'd probably get an E36. But anyway.
Don't be like me. Don't be ignorant.
Just jump on the popular bandwagon. There's a reason it's popular. Anyway, thank you for joining us on episode 140. Thank you, Nick, for hanging out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's always good to have you on.
Yeah, always appreciate you on.
Yeah, man. Nick is our sticker guy. He got us some stickers. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those few of you who have asked for them / need them for things, we'll be getting
Definitely
those
go on
sent
the
out to
Subaru.
you. Yep, there you go. And, yeah. So there we have it. Like we've said many times before, find this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, pretty much wherever.
Everywhere.
We are at Cam Automag on all social media. Nick's, is that Take Luck?
Yeah.
Take.luck
for Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah, just
Yeah, you're out there. You're out there.
just look for the kitty.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, head over to Cam Automag. We got some fun stuff up there. We got drifty stuff. Got photos from round 3, which I only got
yeah.
around to posting the other day.
Yeah, I didn't even drive.
And then from
Oh,
the
no, yeah, that was the old. That was like midsummer. It was hot.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, that was a fun time where I just
Yeah.
kind of had like event. So head over to the website. We got some fun stuff over there. Subscribe to us on Patreon. Contribute to the party.
Yeah, make it so we can go to SEMA next year.
Yeah, or pretty much anywhere. Patreon.com/CamAutomag. Choose your subscription level and be there for the whole month. Because guess what? I can see if you subscribe for 29 days and at like $50 and then drop down to $1. Yeah, guess what? You're not getting your fucking shirt. You're not gaming the fucking system like that, man. So there you go.
We'll know.
I will know, and I will yell at you because guess what? We're going to run into each other. That's how this works. Mm-hmm. So
Just commit.
yeah, just commit. Just help us.
Just spend the money.
Help us help you get through your boring ass work day.
It's true.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of crazy shit we need to do.
Yep. There's a lot of crazy stuff we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Let's see. Support our sponsor, Steady Broke Clothing. They are at steady.broke on all social media. SteadyBroke.com. Use coupon code CamAuto15. Save yourself 15% on your entire order. Then head on over to CamAutoswag.com. Get yourself some awesome stuff. A beanie, either pom-pom or no. Zip-up hoodie, T-shirts, possibly even socks at some point.
Yeah.
Dear
I will go home and look into this.
Okay, thank you.
Listen, just like I said, at some point. Doesn't have to be like immediate. Just just kind of keep us appraised on the sock situation.
I want some cool socks.
That's all we're looking for. Just some communication on that front.
Apparently, I need to go through the entire catalog and be like, all right, this is what we can do.
Yeah, that would be.
I need to get another tote bag for myself, by the way.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, we got the tote bag. Those things are sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even the pictures on the site are of Gavin modeling them.
Yeah. So there we
It's
go.
beautiful.
Lovely, wonderful. You're lovely, wonderful people. Thank you for joining us. Follow all of us at this various table. Anyway, I've been Mike.
I've been Daddy Rads.
I've been Trent.
I've been Zach
Stucky.
Lord.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
You are always last. Always.
That's kind of the benefit. You get
Yeah,
to
you
be,
go. Yeah,
You
at
get
the
to-
end, you give it to the lords of the boards, and
Yeah.
he fades out.
Yeah.
I should just quit. I'm
Fade
sorry.
that shit out
No,
now.
just fade out,
I'm
buddy.
You
sorry.
just
Okay.
got your,
Do it.
Ruined
You just
it.
got your
Do it.
nickname.
It's
You can't
over.
quit.
Dude,
damn it, Zach.
don't listen to him, Zach.